I'm Tristan DuCross. Along my side, as always, my brother Sean DuCross. We are the Sports Warriors here with Ken Shamrock. Ken, as you can clearly see, we're here at Bellator, the Fan Fest in San Diego. Bellator, Scott Coker seems to be bringing in a lot of these veterans, kind of making a name for the company, turning in the right direction. What's your take on a Fan Fest with all the legends coming here tonight and being in one room?
Well, I tell you, it's exciting, you know. I mean, I remember today when we signing autographs and Hoist Gracie was 2 guys down from me at the same table under the same tent to realize what the fans see there. The 2 guys in the very first UFC fight ever, bare knuckle, no rules, no time limit, 4 fights in one night, to us going to single fight. To me, you just look there and you go, wow, that's history. And fans don't get to see that much. And I was excited myself for the fans and just to have Hoist Gracie there and myself under one tent with the history between the 2 of us in the MMA history world. To me, I was like, this is special. Then to see Randy Couture here. I mean, Tito Ortiz is in the fight, but yet he's been here a while and he's had significant, success in building the MMA world.
Yes.
Along with myself, Randy Couture. Unbelievable. Hoist Gracie.
Legends and icons of the sport.
It's just, you know, I mean, how hard was that? To me, what baffles me the most is like, when has this been done before?
Yes.
It's never been done. But why hasn't it? There's so many legends out there that are sitting around doing nothing in the world that could be brought in to be recognized, to help support fights, the main events like Tito Ortiz and Stephan Bonnar, to come in and support these fights. Wow.
Well, it's just like what Bellator is doing right now with Royce Gracie, bringing him in as the brand ambassador, and then you're looking at yourself, who's here. Is there a spot for you in Bellator?
Well, you know, again, like I said, the night is young. For me, just to be here with these guys, you know, and to be able to support a fight and be able to, you know, reminisce about the old times and to be able to meet the fans and sign autographs and just be a part of a big event that we actually helped build is exciting to me. And what happens from here, I don't know. But I think right now, Scott Coker has made all the right moves and has definitely gone 1,000 miles in the right direction.
And you brought up the back history with you and Tito, and you heard it now with Stephan Bonnar and Tito. Is there really bad blood between MMA fighters towards Tito, or is that just them building up a fight towards Tito?
Well, I don't think there's MMA fighters that are against Tito. I think that, personally, in my opinion, in my experience through the earlier years, is that there's I don't want to say jealousy, but there's definitely a conflict whenever you have somebody that's winning all the time. And even though Tito's had some bad runs, but he's recognized as one of the best light heavyweights ever. Okay. Anytime that you have that winning record, you're going to have people who haven't been able to make it to that mark. Those are the ones you're going to see saying things about guys who have already done it. The guys that haven't done it will be the ones speaking up against the guys that have done it. And that's what's happening right now. You name one guy that spoke against Tito Ortiz, who has captured the world title and has been on the big stage and has done all the right things to carry an organization.
And you really can't.
There's nobody speaking against Tito. Why? Because we realize what it takes to get there. And if you get there, we realize you deserve that respect. The guys that are saying things are the guys that never achieved that goal.
Fair enough. When you listen to what's going on, who do you have as your pick for the fight?
Oh, I got. Listen, Tito Ortiz looks great. And I've always said this. If Tito Ortiz is healthy, this thing ends in the first or second round, early in the second round, first or second round.
Stand up or the ground?
Doesn't matter. I think Tito Ortiz is going to take it to the ground. I think he's going to just beat on him, and he's going to want to punish him.
Vintage Tito.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's his game.
Old school Huntington Beach bad boy comes out against Stephan Bonnar, and I feel sorry for Stephan.
Listen, personally, I got nothing against Stephan Bonnar because he has done nothing to me personally. But what he's done to Tito, I do take a little offense to that.
Of course.
But, you know, whatever. It's his game, whatever he wants to do. But I will say this, is that when you come from a position of a Stephan Bonnar, for me, if I was coaching somebody in his stature who hasn't won a title, who hasn't been on the big level or the big stage, I would have told him to be quiet. Sneak into this fight. Don't raise any issues. Be his best friend. Make him drop his guard, and then sneak a win out. but to spit in his face, piss the guy off, and then drive him to come into the ring and be the very best, that to me was stupid.
See, I'm glad I wasn't the only one that was thinking about that. The DuCross brothers of Sports Warriors here with Ken Shamrock. Ken, you're talking old school Ken Shamrock, and it's an absolute honor to be standing here talking to you about MMA and where it's going and where it's coming from. Grassroots MMA seems to be what Bellator is leaning towards, and as well as still having a huge presence in bringing legends and bringing stars in. What's one grassroots fighter right now in Bellator that you have your eyes on that thinks that kid could be the next guy?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. It's hard, and I'm one person, and I'll never do it. Is that there are so many guys in the ring that are fighting that deserve credibility because they're there, and they're there for a reason because they earned that big stage right. And to be able to single one guy out right now, with me not having an education on all of them, would be a travesty to other guys. So I just think right now the door is wide open for somebody to step through it and take Tito Ortiz and say, listen, Tito's the guy right now. He's the face of Bellator. He's going to be here forever long that he decides he wants to be here. But the door is wide open for that guy to step up when he's gone. It's wide open. So I say to the Bellator fighters, find your identity, win your fights, and step up and be the next guy to carry this organization. It's open, wide open.
Well, you heard it there. Ken Shamrock was the DuCross brothers, the Sports Warriors. Thank you, Ken.
I thank you for having me. Right.